Hey folks, this is Shula bringing you a Baldur's Gate 3 build. Essentially what I'm doing here is using Loviatar Scourge and with every damage rider possible in order to blast as many enemies as possible with a single hit, right? What I'm doing now is setting everything up. I drank a potion of speed, did some shrieking with Falaralu, and I'm gonna put Psionic Overload as well. And next turn we are also gonna do some dash to get some lightning charges, and yeah, we're gonna start blasting. Essentially the damage riders are lightning charges, the radiant damage from Callous Glowring, and the thunder damage from Falaralu. So you're gonna see on the combat logs is going to be a mess, but I'm trying to explain most of it. So we are only missing the lightning charges, right? I think we can probably even do 2 of these. Oh no, it doesn't count. Okay, no worries. There are 2 ways we can do this. I can target this guy, you know, get all of these, or I can, but also it will also get me, or I can target behind him and I don't get blasted. But since I have the splint armor from the forge, most of the damage is going to be reduced, so I'm not too worried about getting the blast. As you can see, I only got 1 damage, and you can see here a lot of the damage from the this is the lightning charges, this is Psionic Overload, this is the Callous Glowring, this is the Falaralu, this is also the blast from Loviatar Scourge, and this is the Hexblade course. Like I said, you do a lot of damage with a single hit. You know, this guy got 40 damage, this one got 35, this one got 34, and this one got 32 if my math is not failing. So, and this was with a single blast. You know, if I do it again and I don't miss, so let's try again. I got a lot of them with a single swipe. So it's good, you know. Like I said, it's not the most optimized build out there, but it helps clearing out mob. I think if you pair this one with a good single target damage for bosses, you know, and you also use this guy as like a frontliner, you know, and you get like range damage like a Gloomstalker, you know, or you also get like a sword lock, you know, to be hidden from behind. Could be a good honor run as well. Oh, I lost rage because I was lethargic from the potion of speed. Let me see if I can get some more lightning charges. Let's see the damage to these guys. They're full life, so it's going to be easier. I swing this guy for 43, this guy for 32. This one was altogether dead. So damage is good. Damage is good, definitely, when I don't miss attacks. And the blast that I get is almost non-existent because of the magical plate. I'm gonna go through the gear very shortly, but as you can see, we have no lack of damage. And we're gonna finish this guy off. A single reckless attack. Yeah, that was it. For your levels, what you need to do is grab 5 levels of Barbarian. This is to get the Tiger Bloodlust, which is a cleave that we use to proc the blast from the Loviatar Scourge. Here essentially is mostly default. I will get as much as strength and constitution as possible. Then I would leave the rest for dexterity, for AC. Some wisdom to get some saving throws done. For the rest of the levels, what I would do is, in the order, just try to get Barbarian 5. We get the White Heart subclass, and we go for the Tiger one, right? This will give us the Tiger Bloodlust. With 3 levels of Barbarian, we get what we needed, but we're gonna go straight to 5 for getting an extra attack and getting a feat, right? The feat that we need here is Dual Wielder at first. This will let us use Loviatar Scourge in one hand together with Falaralu for the damage ride. Like I said, here's where we stop. We get the extra attack, which is what we wanted. Now, what I do here, and this is totally optional, I like it for quality of life, but essentially what I do is get Rogue here, 4 levels of Rogue for a new feat. With 3 levels of Rogue, this is enough, of course, if you are not after any other feat. But essentially, Rogue here will let us reduce the turn by 2 turns of setup, right? This is what we wanted, Cunning Action Dash for level 2, and for level 3 we go with the Thief subclass to get another bonus action, right? Like I said, this will let us set up better, it's not necessary, but it will let us set up better the turns, the damage rider needed for this build to work. And I only go to level 4, so I get another feat. Here is flavor, right? You can go for heavily armored. Sorry, not heavily armored. What I do here is usually I get Great Weapon Master to get a new attack after I kill some creature. Always with the blast, you're killing creatures, so you're always getting a free attack, and you can use it as a. And since you have 2 bonus action for thanks to your rogue subclass, this is always an extra attack. So yeah. The last level, this is just to ride another damage. Like I said, it's not necessary. You can start using most of the core interactions by level 3 with the cleave attack from Tiger Bloodlust. But the last damage rider is from Warlock. You get the Hexblade, which raises the damage of the blast as well, right? Here you don't need more levels. What you can do is get the last. Honestly, there isn't something that you are required to do. This is why I finish it here. The last 2 levels are up to you. I can probably post an update to this guide so you can have more options, but essentially I need to explore first before doing that. So for preparation, what you need to do is get the Shriek on, Hex the weapon, bind the weapon, get some lightning charges as well, but this is only on combat because the speedy light feat here it only activates on combat. So the first turn will look something like this. You enter combat, you dash, you rage, and you shriek, right? You pass the turn, you do psionic overload as well, and you can start blasting right then if you have a potion of speed, as I did have on the showcase. Essentially on the gear, there is only a couple of items that are required. This setup will let you start using this build as soon as Act 2. Essentially, Heist Helm, All of this you get on Act 1, this you get on Act 2, this you get from Grim on the Forge. These ones are not broken. Feel free to experiment with another gloves. I'm still trying to find a glove that comes aligned early, that means before mid Act 2. But I honestly haven't found ones that are a good synergy with the build. This one you get early as well, during Act 1, and yeah, these are good for damage ride. These are not necessary. Of course, it will add a lot to your survivability, especially if you are frontlining this one alone, right? You get a lot of damage reduction from this, you know. So the blast, actually you can cast it in front of yourself without being damaged. Like I said, remember the trick if you want to cast the Tiger Bloodlust like one grid behind to avoid any kind of damage as well. This you get also at the beginning of Act 2. And yeah, essentially this is a build. This is the central piece of the build. You get Falaraluva as well in there, and you also get Hellrider Longbow. You can also use the other longbow. I can't recall the name. The one that Roa Longbows is selling on the Goblin Camp. It will give you a small initiative bonus if you cannot get this one. And with that, guys, I will leave you. Hopefully you get to try this build. It's fun, you know. Just be careful about hitting NPCs friendly, you know, that will turn into enemies, making some fights mostly unmanageable, right? So be careful about the blast. As long as you can predict the radius of the blast, you're gonna be fine, right? And this is also true for your party members. Alright guys, that was Bill. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you like it, and yeah, we'll see each other again on the next one.